The evening show is brought to you in association with executivetaxis.ie, Dublin's #1 online executive taxi company.
Hi there, and you're very welcome along to the evening show. Coming up on the programme tonight, once again, Chris Sanford shows us how to do it in the kitchen with a beautiful dish lined up for you tonight. And we're also taking a look at some fabulous summer clothes for the curvier girls out there with stylist Cathy O'Connor. That's all to come tonight on the evening show. Now, one man who has become a real friend of the show at this stage is my favourite chef, Chris Sanford. And yet again this week, he showed me a fabulous dish in the kitchen. Take a look. So Chris, I think it's very appropriate to say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, Olive-san.
We're doing Japanese food today.
Olive, my absolute favourite foods of all time is Japanese food. You go on a little journey every time you prepare and you eat this food, and that's how it really comes about. And you can see here, they're all raw, fresh ingredients. And the beauty about Japanese food is it's exactly that. You get all the nutrients and vitamins from the food because it's so fresh.
Oh, fabulous. Now, what are we actually making today, and what do we need to make it?
Okay, we're making a wee dish, something called shabu.
Shabu.
And it's a great thing. It's a great name as well. And at the end of the meal, this is what you would have for shabu. They come along and then they add noodles to it. But as you're going along, what you would be doing is you cook your beef in this little stock here that we have, and you add all the vegetables and you take it and you have little different sauces with it. It's delicious.
Oh, okay.
And at the end, they come along and they add the noodles.
Right.
So what we're going straight to the noodles. But it's very simple and great fun. And I've got some lovely lean beef here.
And how did you get them to look so paper thin?
Yeah.
You
Cling film, rolling pin.
So
gently bat it out.
a little piece of beef in between two
Yeah.
sheets of cling film, rolling pin, or even the cling film roll as you've done before.
Yeah, not
Bat
much
that
bigger
out.
than the size of like if you like a stock cube. Then gently bat it out.
Perfect, and they just come out so simple.
And
like
I
that.
lovely that. Keep them nice and chilled. So they're
Perfect.
absolutely perfect at that. But look, all everyday ingredients. We're a big fan of everyday ingredients. You want to cut this?
No, I don't.
You sure?
I am sure.
Okay, so everyday ingredients again, we've got just basically here some carrots, some onions, I have a few mushrooms there as well. But listen, any of these here, we just want to keep them nice and uniform, that way they cook simply.
And you're going to show
evenly.
everybody how to make the julienne strips really, really simply.
Yeah, it's just a bit big on a julienne, but we just cut it basically nice. Oh, I'll cut a wee bit slow there so you can see what I'm doing. Nice and gently. Keep the tip of the knife on the board and you'll be absolutely fine.
Super, and it comes out so
You can
simply
see the cat
like
there.
that.
And obviously, we're not going to discard any of these. We use these in any stocks or anything that we're using, so they're dead handy for that, Olive.
So this is all the raw ingredients.
That's most of them. We're not quite there yet. This is a bit of a big boy's dish. So
Garlic.
I'm going to add some garlic to this, and just for old-fashioned. And that's for garlic there, which is great. But what I like to do with this is a wee bit of chilli as well.
Ooh.
So we're going to use 3 chilies in this, which is going to make it a wee bit hot. I know you're not a fan of anything just a wee bit too hot.
Spicy.
But you see, I'm chopping all this together here.
And it's the seeds really that make it spicy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, small and deadly. Is that what they say? Small and deadly. So, but listen, great flavour in this, and you'll see once this whole dish comes together, you'll get a great idea of what I'm talking about. So I'll have that there, basically just like that.
Yeah. Ginger.
Ginger. Ginger is so good for your metabolism. It really is. It helps you to digest food. It speeds up your metabolism, and it's so good for you. The same as coriander as well. I'm just going to pump those little bits there. Really good for you and very healthy. And it makes you feel very kind of...
Healthy.
Yeah, it makes you feel very healthy. Yeah. So again, look, all I'm doing is just roughly just chopping this up here.
And would you leave the ginger quite big?
No.
No,
we're
really
going to, yeah. I'm just roughly chopping it now. I'm not going to any great lengths to make it too.
Quite a strong taste, ginger. Really,
It can be, yeah, but
Okay.
it works so well with the chilies, the garlic.
And the last thing then is noodles in any just.
You get them in any good Asian store. These are called udon noodles. They're
Udon
Japanese, and you get them in any good Asian store. And all we're going to do with this is we're going to take this and we're going to take it to the pan, and then we're going to show you the next step in preparing this dish.
Perfect.
Here we are. Hot pan.
Okay.
Now, not too hot that it's going to get a lot of smoke everywhere because these are all raw ingredients. So we want to get the best out of them. So in this hot pan, I'm going to use my fingers.
So you've no oil in here or anything?
No, I'm getting even more healthy.
Oh,
Isn't it good?
He's getting very good. He's not using any more cream.
All we're going to do, look, we're going to add that ginger, the chilies, the garlic, all of that there.
Yeah.
And you won't actually hear too much of anything going on there.
Because it's not too hot.
No, we're going to pop all that in there. Simple as that, look.
You just put them all in together?
Put them all in.
Because sometimes I'm worried that, you know, certain vegetables need to go on at a certain time, but you can just put them all in together.
All in together.
Perfect.
You have to be extra careful though not to let it stick or this will burn on you.
And you're using chopsticks?
Chopsticks.
Sure, brilliant.
Sake!
Hey!
Kampai, as they say. Little bit of sake. So you can see how hot that is there.
And if you don't have sake?
Some white wine.
White wine.
White
Perfect. And sizzles away.
Sizzles away. All I've got in this is some hot water. You can use chicken stock, beef stock, whatever. But I'm going to show you a wee tip here.
Just pop it in.
Pop all that in there.
Because sometimes you see in the Oriental restaurants, when you get behind the scenes and you see the chef cooking, that they do put a lot of this liquid. And is it as simple as water that they would be using?
It would be, Olive, yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Now, the thing about this dish is it would normally be served at your table. So you do it at your table.
Ah, cool.
But obviously we're doing it a wee bit different. So I have in there, like you saw, just my vegetables, some water. I've just got some water in there because I'm using extra dark soy sauce.
Premium dark soy sauce.
So it's the dark one. Remember I was telling you before, there's two different types. So this is the dark one.
Okay.
And you'll see why I'm not using any stock because it's so concentrated. Absolutely, all you need is that.
And it really thickens up into a big sauce.
Well, it won't so much thicken up, but what it does is it adds great flavour to that dish.
Lovely.
So we're going to just bring that. We're going to bring that up to the boil. As we're talking, you can see it's already there.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do is I've got our noodles, our udon noodles.
Oh, you just put them straight in?
Pop them straight in.
Oh, I thought they were going into this bowl here.
No, they're pre-done. Just pop them straight in.
And they are quite stuck together at the start.
They are,
but
starchy,
they tend to just kind of, what would be the word, separate?
They will, yeah. Once the heat gets into it. Again, listen, I'm using my fingers. If your fingers aren't just as, don't worry about that. So here's the thing. Once it gets like that, that's going to cook away there quite nicely. The broccoli's just about there as well, so it's a great thing. Once we get it to that, Olive, all we're going to do now, this is the shabu part.
Aha.
We take some beef.
Sure.
So we take a little piece of beef here. And listen, if you're not too good with chopsticks, learn. It's not difficult.
It's not difficult. It really is. It's easy.
Take your beef.
You pop them in.
Pop it in there. Now you can see that's already starting to cook.
Yeah.
Now I'm using, would you believe it, this is the top side of beef, which would normally be considered quite a tough part of the beef.
But because
I've tenderised it,
tenderised.
and I've gave it a day or so just so it's lovely beef. We're just going to let that just pop it in there. And this cooks as quickly as this. How healthy is this, Olive?
Yeah, like it really is. There's no fats gone in. There's no cream. There's really just pure, healthy, nutritious ingredients.
I hope you're impressed with me now.
Very impressed.
Because usually it's cream and
This
butter.
must have been the New Year's resolution to stop using so much cream.
Well, no, but what we are looking at, but a lot of people aren't big fans of it. And yes, people are more health conscious, and it's great. I guarantee you, once you've tried this, you will be cooking it more and more to show your friends.
Super.
Once you get your beef in the gat, all you do is just gently give it a little shake.
Little shake. And it's so thin, I suppose it cooks really quickly.
Listen, I mean, it's a shame to cook that beef. It's almost cooked as it is. I'm going to add these last little bits here.
Okay. And then how long should you be leaving this on for?
Olive, would you believe me if I said it's ready to go?
Are you serious? That quick?
Is it.
And you can see the noodles separating there as well.
Yeah, they're just plumping out now, look.
So that literally is ready to go.
Absolutely ready to go. We're going to serve that up and have a little taste of the Orient.
Perfect. So Chris, dish is ready.
Here we
Bowl
are.
is here. Easy the math.
Absolutely. So look at these lovely noodles. They're great. They're very plump, Olive. Now, not always the easiest thing to be taken out of the pan, you know, but listen, as I'm doing this, you might like to give some of the viewers some of your
tips on how to use the chopsticks, because we were saying they're quite easy to use. So basically, it took me a while to figure this out, but when you're using chopsticks, you use your bottom hand to hold the chopstick between your thumb and your middle finger, and that essentially doesn't move at all. And then your index finger does all the work. So you're actually only moving your index finger to pick up the piece of food, and that's how it works. In theory, anyway. It doesn't always work with noodles now, I have to say. But they can be fun to learn with, can't they, Chris?
Absolutely. And listen, if you don't know how to use chopsticks, you have no excuse now. You've had
you
a great first-class lesson from Olive. And,
I
you
bet
know,
you won't be able to pick pick anything up though.
They're absolutely great fun. They're great fun to use. Now,
Let's taste it.
no.
Oh no.
No. I'm a big
Overexcited.
fan of this. I'm a big fan of this sort of.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, but it's the dark one, remember. So it's a wee bit more of that there.
Ooh.
And that there is your shabu.
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 Can I taste it now?
Of course you can, yeah. And make sure you get some of that beef there. But listen, it's very good. Very good for you. It's very healthy. And in fact, we haven't used any butter or cream, which is great. It's always a plus. But simple, nutritious. And if your children love noodles, then they're going to absolutely love these noodles because they're full of flavour. They're very plump. Very simple dish to do. Cooked in no time at all. Give yourself 10 minutes maximum if you have your beef prepared beforehand. And hey, great wee dish.
It tastes a little taste of the Orient. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, a beautiful recipe there from Chris, as always. And if you want to try it out at home, I highly recommend it. Then log on to the website www.city.ie, click on the evening show page, and that recipe, along with all the other recipes that Chris has shown me throughout the last few months, will all be there for you online. Now we're going to take a quick break. Still to come, stylist Kathy O'Connor will be here in studio talking through some beautiful clothes for the curvier girls out there. That's all to come in part 2.